The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Dogs! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Under fire. Turns it loose deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of...
Wide open, he makes the catch. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. We saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of a guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to ride this running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Makes it past the marker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Fires and picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. He's got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
Man, I like the call. 3rd inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. For
a shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
you complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down. They get to him as he throws.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quick completion to the right, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it.
Going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse. And he hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The quick out. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. They just keep firing. A strike downfield. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They're setting up the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. That'll close the gap to 14.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Pressure coming. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll run this play from the pistol. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On target. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it, and he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half, but the defense loves this because right now...
Oh, a lot of space. They'll finally get him out of bounds at the 21, but not before a huge pickup. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down in the 35. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. On his feet at the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it at the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Dogs want to move quickly. Pushes ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing in this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires left. He makes a catch. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. First play of the drive wants to throw. He's got the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. All wideouts, no backs. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man in the middle. Makes a grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Racing to the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A quick pass to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Bringing the heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Across the 25. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Bulldogs are threatening on first and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here comes that Alabama offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the...
He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Zings it complete to the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. There he goes. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The lone back's got it. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got him downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for 6. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The official says no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Guys, here comes that. Bama offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents are.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that